Right now, the City of Sanibel is tracking Hurricane Fay. The city right now is in preparations, making sure that all the city functions are taken care of so that if we do have to escalate our position on whether we're going to evacuate and when, that we're prepared to do so, which means we're securing equipment, making sure our records are properly stored off island, everything is backed up. We have notified our residents through email and through press releases that they can continue to get hurricane passes. Right now the police department is open and we've been issuing hurricane passes all day. I just implore everyone to continue to watch any news outlet they can to get the up-to-date information. Hurricane Fay right now is still a tropical storm, force winds, and it's south of Cuba, hitting Cuba right now. We're not 100% sure of the direction of travel, but we're monitoring it to make sure that we're prepared to take the appropriate actions when it does move away from Cuba. If a Sanibel resident or business owner or Captiva resident or business owner needs a hurricane pass, if you're a resident, you would need to come in with some sort of identification that shows your address or a property tax bill with identification, anything that can prove where you live, and you can get a residential hurricane pass. If you're a business owner, you'd need a property tax receipt to show that you're a business that works within city or Captiva proper, and they'll be issued a pass based on what zone they're in or what business they have. This seems to be a storm that it shouldn't develop into anything major, but we are anticipating at least a lot of rain, some tropical force winds, possibly hurricane Category 1 winds. And at worst case scenario, we may see some storm surge. So those property owners that live in lower lying areas should be prepared to leave the island if necessary. They should have all their property that could either get submerged in water or blown away. They should move that inside to a safe location or move it off island. Well, City Council will be meeting tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. An official notification will be stated at that point. There may be some preliminary discussions before that depending on other government entities, and we want to work together with everyone else so that we're doing similar things, not to confuse citizens. So just continue to watch press releases. mysanibel.com, we update city website with the most current press releases that the city puts out, and that's an easy way to see what the city is doing. Well, the county starts closing down or recommends not traveling on the bridge after 45 miles an hour sustained winds. So at that point it becomes less safe to travel across the causeway. Well, it really depends. If it's a paralleling storm, probably if you can leave early enough, if you had to evacuate, you'd want to go north. If the storm stays out in the Gulf, you might want to go to the east coast of Florida. Well, the obvious ones are to protect your property and your life. That's the whole reason why we go through these exercises. We want people to be safe, and we want people to be able to secure their property so they have diminished losses and so that they don't have to try to recover after this from personal wealth effect. So we want to make sure that people understand that we take this seriously. Hopefully they take it seriously. If we ask people to evacuate, it's for their safety. We don't want to prevent people from being at their properties, and we'll do the best we can to get people back as quickly as possible. The Sanibel Police Department, what we do is we go on A and B shifts, 12-hour shifts. We bring all our staff in when it's appropriate. We have everyone here on staff to make sure that we can evacuate people if that's the case, if that's what we need to do. We'll be doing security details if we do evacuate and make sure people's property is safe. And basically we're here to assist people to do anything they need to get off the island and provide a security detail. The City of Sanibel, in conjunction with Lee County Emergency Management, does provide service to set them up so that they can be eligible for special needs sheltering. Right now in Sanibel we have 30 people that we're aware of that have special needs. We are making contact with those people by phone to make sure that if they do need to evacuate, that they either have their own transportation and have considered it, or that we can get Lee County Transit Authority in here to help us relocate those people. At this point, Lee County has designated South Fort Myers High School as a pet shelter. So if there is an ordered evacuation, that high school will be open for pets and people so that they can feel comfortable evacuating with their pet. Well, ordinarily, if you have a boat and you're evacuating and there's a threat of a hurricane, you would either have to tie it down sufficiently so it couldn't blow away, or relocate it to an area that is out of the threat.